A tiny valve, as little as the purge valve, can quietly sabotage your fuel efficiency, trigger that dreaded check engine light, and cost you hundreds if ignored. Spotting early signs like rough idling, fuel smells, or trouble starting can save your wallet from unnecessary repairs. Don't let a simple EVAP issue drain your bank account. Know the symptoms and fix it before it's too late. Rough idle or hard starting, when you least expect it. Did you know that a small part called the purge valve can cause your car to have a rough idle or be really hard to start, often when you least expect it, like right after you fill up with gas? The purge valve is part of your car's evaporative emission system, and its job is to control when fuel vapors from the gas tank are sent into the intake manifold to be burned. But when this valve gets stuck open, it lets too many fuel vapors flow in at the wrong time, which makes the fuel mixture too rich when you try to start the engine. This can make your car crank for a long time before starting, or cause it to idle roughly and shake, which can be scary if you're at a busy gas station or about to head out on a trip. Many drivers think this is a problem with the battery or spark plugs, but it's really just a stuck purge valve. The good news is that this part is usually simple and affordable to fix. So if you notice your car is hard to start after refueling, or it idles rough for no reason, don't ignore it. Get it checked by a trusted mechanic. Fixing a sticky purge valve will help your car run smooth, clean, and reliably, saving you stress and keeping you and your family safe on the road every day. Gas smell around the car. Did you know that if you ever notice a gas smell around your car, even when you don't see any leaks, it could be a sign of a faulty purge valve that many people overlook? The purge valve is a small but very important part of your car's evaporative emissions system, which safely controls fuel vapors from the gas tank and sends them to the engine to be burned. But when this valve goes bad or gets stuck open, it can let extra fuel vapors escape when they shouldn't, and these vapors can build up around your engine bay or near the fuel tank, creating a strong and sometimes worrying smell of raw gasoline. Many drivers get scared and think there's a fuel line leak or cracked tank, but really, it's just this little valve doing the wrong thing. The smell of gas is not only unpleasant, it can be dangerous if ignored because it increases the risk of fire. The good news is that a faulty purge valve is usually simple and affordable to fix, and catching it early can save you bigger headaches and keep your car running clean and safe. Check engine light with common EVAP codes. Did you know that a simple purge valve can be the real reason your check engine light comes on with confusing EVAP codes, and many people end up wasting time and money fixing the wrong things? In modern cars, the purge valve is part of the EVAP system, which controls fuel vapors so they don't escape into the air. When the purge valve goes bad or gets stuck, it can trigger the check engine light with codes like P0441, incorrect purge flow, P0443, purge valve circuit, or P0455, large EVAP leak. A lot of drivers see these codes and start chasing leaks in hoses or even think they have a cracked gas tank, but the real cause is often just the faulty purge valve letting vapors flow at the wrong time or not sealing properly. The best part is that fixing or replacing a bad purge valve is usually quick and affordable compared to tearing apart the whole fuel system looking for leaks that don't exist. Failed emissions test. Did you know that a tiny part called the purge valve can be the hidden reason your car fails an emissions test, even if your car seems to run just fine? The purge valve is an important part of your car's EVAP system, which stops harmful fuel vapors from escaping into the air. When this valve gets stuck open or closed, it can mess up how your EVAP system works and cause your car to fail, the readiness monitors that inspectors check during an emissions test. Many people get surprised when their car fails because they don't notice any weird noises or problems driving, but the test results show that the system isn't working properly. If the purge valve is stuck, your car's computer can't run its self-checks, which means you could end up paying for a retest or even expensive repairs that you don't really need if you don't know what's wrong. The good news is that replacing a bad purge valve is usually quick and affordable, and it can help your car pass its emissions test with no problems. It's an easy DIY diagnosis. Did you know that if your car has a rough idle, gas smell, or keeps failing an emissions test, the problem might be a bad purge valve? And the best part is you can actually test this valve yourself at home with just a few simple steps. Many people don't realize that diagnosing a purge valve can be an easy DIY job that saves you time and money at the mechanic. All you need to do is remove the purge valve from your car, then use a simple hand vacuum pump to apply vacuum to it. If the valve is good, it should hold the vacuum tightly and not let any air pass through. You can also do a quick test by trying to blow air through the valve with no power connected. If air goes through when it shouldn't, that means the valve is stuck open and it's bad. This tiny part controls fuel vapors going into your engine, so if it leaks, it can cause hard starting, bad gas mileage, or even that annoying check engine light. Poor fuel economy. Did you know that a tiny part called the purge valve could be secretly costing you extra money every time you fill up at the gas station? Many people don't realize that a faulty purge valve can mess up your car's air-fuel ratio, which means your engine doesn't burn fuel as efficiently as it should. When this happens, your car uses more fuel than normal, even if you're driving the same way you always do. So if you've noticed that you're spending more on gas lately or your car's fuel economy seems worse than before, this little valve might be to blame. The purge valve is part of the EVAP system, which controls fuel vapors so they don't just escape into the air. If it gets stuck open, too much fuel vapor goes into the engine at the wrong time, and your engine ends up working harder and burning extra fuel. The good news is that fixing or replacing a bad purge valve is usually quick and affordable, and it can help your car get back to running smooth and efficient just like it should. Sometimes the symptoms are subtle. Did you know that sometimes the signs of a bad purge valve are so subtle that many people just ignore them, not realizing they could lead to bigger problems later? A lot of drivers don't pay much attention to a mild, rough idle, a slight hesitation when accelerating, or a faint fuel smell around the car because these issues seem small and harmless. But these little clues often point straight to a failing purge valve, especially if your car has a history of EVAP system problems. The purge valve is a tiny but important part that controls fuel vapors, so they go into the engine at the right time. When it starts to stick open or closed, your engine can get too much or too little vapor, which can throw off the air-fuel balance and make your car run less smoothly. Over time, ignoring these subtle hints can lead to worse fuel economy, a check engine light, or even a failed emissions test. The good news is that checking or replacing a bad purge valve is usually quick and affordable, and fixing it early can help your car stay safe, clean, and efficient. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.